Hello everybody, this is Charlie, and this is my walkthrough of CWR Productions 2025. And let's go ahead and let's start at the door. So, I am Charlie. I identify as a collector. I collect certain things like superheroes, horror movie merchandise. That's an awesome Stephen King Sleepwalkers poster from Shout Factory right there. Along with a couple figures that I have on my door right there. Alright, that is my Sam Reef from Spirit Halloween. Right there. Couple of frame posters right there. Actually framed 8x10s of Liza Dushku, Freddy Krueger, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tom Petty, Liza Dushku at the bottom there, and Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton as Batman and the Joker. So I am Charlie. I identify as a collector. I see my home as an expression of who I am. And I think I got my place as the best expression of who I am. Right up there at the top, you see some of my Marvel Legends figures right there. We have Apocalypse, Shocker, Jack Burton, Q-Figure from Big Trouble Little China, Michael Keaton as Batman and Rhino. Right over here, you got figures like Wong, Doctor Strange, one of many Captain Marvels and Scarlet Witches. Also right over here, you have Kitty Pryde, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, and Gwen Stacy. That's one of my favorite kind of displays, so I got those figures displayed there. That's Wonder Woman there, with a Gallimimus and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And beside that is a picture of my friend Sabrina, a very good, close, dear friend of mine. Alright, so over on this shelf here we have a Stan Lee NECA bobblehead, Dennis Nedry with Dilophosaurus, and bust of Rogue, Gambit, and another Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is one of my favorite superheroines. Right over here, underneath those shelves, you have a art print of Poison Ivy and Gambit next to a Jurassic Park logo sign. Right here you have my Talking Crypt Keeper, which still works. On the TV we have Back to the Future playing, which is my absolute favorite movie of all time. You got a couple of my NECAs right here. These guys are pretty awesome. Right there, you got Bro Thor with the Wolfman, and some of my DVDs behind them. Concert DVDs, some Alfred Hitchcock, Stephen King representation, Briscoe County Jr., Bruce Campbell. Okay, right over here, that is my Nate mask from Creepshow from Trick or Treat Studios. Beside that is a Captain Marvel poster with my Thing poster, mini poster. Below that Thing mini poster is a Wonder Woman poster, 8x10. Underneath the Nate is my Marvel Comics collection, so it's Captain Marvel. Also, it's got my Spider-Gwens, Doctor Stranges. Underneath those guys are my Venom comics. Next to a couple of those retro blacklight Funko Pops that I like. Okay, we're going to work our way down from here. So right over here, we got my Stephen King book collections right there, my paperbacks. Next to a Sam porch light from Trick or Treat Studios. Spirit Halloween. Working my way up right here. You have my Mr. Blonde poster from Reservoir Dogs next to the plushie Wall of Fame with Freddy, Leatherface, Jason, and Michael. Hey, Onyx. So these are a couple of my studio books right here. Pretty awesome collection. And then on the inside here, we have some doll collections right here. So you have Captain Marvel with Batgirl, America Chavez, and the Scarlet Witch. Next to the Tattoo Gremlins and Funko Ellen Ripley. So a few little figures right there by my TV, of course. Up there is my NECA Bat Gremlin with a Raptor and a Xenomorph. And behind them are 3 Shout Factory posters. I really like Shout Factory because they independently hire artists to do those pieces. Right over here. What you have right here in this corner is you have another Eliza Dushku. She was my first celebrity crush. We have a picture of Indiana Jones. My Ghostbuster collection right there with some alien figures. And also, right over here, you have Shockwave, Swoop, and Megatron from Transformers with a Harley Quinn, Alfred Hitchcock, and Duffman Funkos.
Where's my reports? Well, I haven't finished those up yet, but you know...
Right over here, you have Danielle, one of my closest friends, Whitney, and Sonia. Women who mean very much to me in my life. Beside that is my Batman mask, Ben Affleck version. Right over here, you have my reference book collection with a Griff and Doc Ock figure on top of it and a Billy Idol tape.
Don't be so gullible, McFly. Got the place fixed up nice, McFly.
And that is my Stripe. Behind him is a Last Action Hero poster, mini poster. I do like that Stripe. Eventually, I'm going to swap out that CD player for a vinyl player. 6-in-1 vinyl player. That is my eventual plan to do that. Right over here, we have my Venomondo next to a Scorpion, Pinhead from Hellraiser bobblehead, and a very friendly looking facehugger. Okay. Hey, Onyx. So right over here, we have my Michael Myers pumpkin from Spirit Halloween and a fairy and also a Spider-Gwen doll. Beside a Kate Bishop doll and a bobblehead of Leatherface and Bruce from Jaws. Right over here we got my Jaws. Right over here we have my Tales from the Crypt comic collection. Next to They Live mask from Trick or Treat Studios and also 2 of Bruce Campbell's books. If Chins Could Kill and Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way. Hey, Princessa. Right over here we have my second rug, which is the Ghostbusters rug. And those are some fig pins. Bumblebee and the Wolfman. That is a Elvira Funko. Next to some CD racks right there. Working my way up. A few more CDs. So those are my Tom Petty, Dido, Portishead CDs. Okay. And these guys right here, you have Darth Vader Elvira with Indiana Jones, Adam West Batman, and Annie as Mr. Freeze. Freeze well, Batman. And that's another Brina picture. Right over here, you have a picture of me with the DeLorean, and also the picture of Marty and his brother and sister disappearing from Back to the Future 1. My favorite movie of all time. That is a DVD of Mallrats with a VHS of Tales from the Crypt. And a picture of Megatron. Best 80s villain ever. Working my way up, you have my little mini picture from Tank Girl, Lori Petty. Alright, that is. In this corner right here, we got the Universal Monster NECAs, along with a dragon from Sleeping Beauty, next to an Avengers 8x10, and a Spirited Away, I want to say, picture from a Studio G postcard, which looks really well in those frames. Working my way down, that is the NECA, Freddy, Nurse Freddy, and Michael from Halloween 2. One of my favorite of the Halloween sequels. Working down, we're going to see Roxetta the Destroyer. Hey, Roxetta. Next to a few figures right here. Okay. So what we have here is Elvira, Christmas version, next to Quint and Hooper, Thundercracker holding Mew Mew, a Xenomorph, Skeletor from the 1987 He-Man movie, and the Riddler. And a few other little guys right here by my desk. Okay. Couple other figures right here. These guys keep me company while I eat and work on my computer. That is a Mondo Spider-Man from the 1994 Spider-Man series and a Sideshow Captain Marvel. I have a few more Sideshow figures on their way eventually. T101, I should say. Snake Plissken from Escape from New York, and Laura X-23 from the Deadpool Wolverine. Those Sideshow figures are going to eventually work their way around to this corner right over here, and these guys here are going to be moved over to other sections of the house. Also, forgot to mention too that is a tape of Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, one of the best soundtracks ever. I used to love that one when I was growing up. So let's work our way down over here. What we have is Ghostbusters light and a Jaws 3D poster and a Stan Lee Marvel figure. So what we have over here, I'm gonna move this chair out of the way. Hey, Starla. That's Starla right there. Besides Sam, Elvira, plushes. Hey, Starla. Hey, Princessa in the cat tree. Alright, girls. Charlie is also a very awesome cat dad, in case you can't tell. They are going to make their way into my videos, like they always do. So right over here, we have a reference library, which is my Vet Tech library, and also just movies in general library. Working my way up, what you have here is my Goosebumps mask, Haunted mask, and Werewolf mask. Lon Chaney version. Right over here, we have some Transformers. We have Slag and Snarl. And a retro Skywarp. Alright, that is Portishead next to the Crypt Keeper and my good friend Sonia. Captain America's shield. Working my way up, you'll see a few figures and other little odds and ends. Okay. A few more Transformers up here. We got my triple changers with the Rocketeer and a couple minifigures. And Combat Gizmo. Up here, we have the Insecticons. Not my favorite Transformers, but I really like the way that these figures turned out from the Transformers Legacy collection. They are beside the Phoenix and She-Hulk. Beside a art picture there of the Adam West Batman. Another Shout Factory poster for Big Trouble in Little China, one of my favorite John Carpenter movies. And these little guys right here. That is a still from The Usual Suspects, Super Mario, and one more. Usual Suspects, Benicio del Toro. Working my way back over here. Panning back, panning back. Couple guys right here. You got Slimer with Eddie from Stranger Things, another fairy, the Xenomorph Queen, a Dilophosaurus, and Leatherface with a Batman tape this time and a Jason mask. There we go. I forgot to turn that guy on. Okay, what we have here is my movie wall. So what you have here are some steel books on one side. You have a couple other little guys. You have a Jean Rollin collection, French collection right there. Beside my Goosebumps collections and some concert music video collections. And down here, you have 4Ks mostly, and some newer Shout Factory, Scream Factory releases, and a couple Universal pieces, and also my Sleepaway Camps. Working my way down over here, we're going to pan back. What you have here are boutique labels. In this first shelf right over here, you have the Halloween and Friday the 13th releases from Shout Factory. Next to the Nightmare on Elm Street collection released by Warner Brothers last year. And that is a Funko of Devil Flanders. Right over here, you have some of my favorite Shout Factory releases right there. They are organized by year. Next to a Toxic Avenger Funko. On this level right here, what we have are Shout Selects and an A24 section right there. Right now, it's only basically Ty West and Robert Eggers. Down here, you have the Criterion collection with the Fly collection from Shout Factory and the Riddler and Two-Face. On this section right over here, what you have are my Arrow releases, some cups, some pints, and also my Kino Lorbers. Next to my Martian from Spirit Halloween and Baby Yoda. Right down here, what you have are my Star Wars, next to an unhooded Spider-Gwen Funko, my Leonardo DiCaprio films, next to a Captain Marvel Funko, and my Trauma selection, which is only really Toxic Avengers and Class of Nukem High, the first movie. Right down here, what you have is my Bruce Lee and Rocky collection, next to Gambit Funko, my James Bond, which is basically Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and Pierce Brosnan's. Next to Austin Powers. And then you have Delta Force. Delta Force, Man with No Name trilogy, and also Rambo and the Creep Show Creep Funko, with a few more steelbooks. Right over here you have the booklets that I basically have gotten from my Arrow releases. I took them out and put them inside of some boxes that I had. Collective sleeps for other Arrow films. I just kind of fit them in there so they can all be in one section. Right over here you have a Grimlock Funko. Right over here what you have is my Blue Underground collection next to a Godzilla Funko. Right down here what you have are my Vestron and Shockwave. Okay, working my way over to this shelf right over here. I'm actually going to work my ways up right here. We have some retro masks up here. Next to another Lori Petty from Tank Girl. Right over here is a topper display from the Universal Monsters collection that Walmart had one year. I saw they were getting rid of that because I was working for Walmart at the time, and I took it home with me, and it's mine. It's now in my front room where it prominently shows, next to a Haddonfield sign from Halloween and an Elm Street sign from Nightmare on Elm Street and an Area 51 license plate. What we have over here is my Dread 2012 poster, mini poster. Next to Helen Slater as Supergirl and David Bowie as the Goblin King in Labyrinth. On this shelf here, what we have are a few little odds and end collections. Let's get close by right here. We got some Constructicons right there. We have a Wonder Woman Funko with her invisible jet. We have Ellie Sattler with the Triceratops, and we also have a Brontosaurus plush. On this shelf, we have a Chucky, we have a Spider-Man, a Santa Spider-Man, an Elvira VHS case, and a Jurassic Park video game, handheld game. What we have here, Simba with Scar and the Hyenas, and a car from Creepshow, and a Ba-Bomb. He's got a Ba-Bomb! We'll work our way back up over here. What we have is a Tomorrow Never Dies VHS with a Poison Ivy comic, a Thing hand remote from Addams Family. We have a Creep from Creepshow in a Ghost Trap from Ghostbusters, Spirit Halloween Ghost Trap. Look at this, him, a Mario with a neutrino wand right there, and Deadpool and Gizmo next to an alternate slip for Killer Clowns from Outer Space, a release from Shout Factory. Alright. Right over here, what you have is a Lost World Jurassic Park VHS with a holographic image. We have a black suited Superman next to a retro Superman in a retro Batwing. Yoshi, Mickey Mouse as Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones Funko with Creepshow Creep Funko NECA. And a Ghostbusters VHS tape. Cassette. We have a Stegosaurus with Aladdin and Genie figure right there. We have a Cat Tree with Gojira. Right over here, what you have are my Art of Marvel books next to a Nightmare on Elm Street puzzle. Working our way down to the side right over here, we have some plushies. Some very awesome plushies. Working our way up. We have a mask collection with Freddy, Frankenstein, Leatherface, and Reagan from Exorcist.
See if you bastards can do that.
Shock Soundwave mask. Next to Spider Mohawk with the Mogwais from Gremlins 2, a very underrated Gremlins movie, and RoboCop. Next to a Crypt Keeper bust, and the Halloween 2 Pumpkin bust, and Sam from Trick or Treat. Working our way up to this corner right over here, we have the Tyrannosaur. Hammond Collection Tyrannosaur from Jurassic Park. Next to the now showing sign, which has Halloween 2 on permanent display right there. It's a very underrated favorite of mine, but I really appreciate what Halloween 2 did for the Halloween franchise. I like the Michael Laurie angle. I'm probably one of the few that really enjoyed what they did with that. They really had something going with that. Right over here, we have some loose Funkos with the Ghostbusters. We also have Old Man Steve from Endgame, Avengers Endgame, and Wonder Woman. Next to Batman RC from the Bumblebee movie. And the Mosasaur from Jurassic World. So what we have over here is Grimlock, Spider-Gwen, and some friends next to a Las Vegas sign. We're going to work our way down over here. What we have is some horror NECAs. So what we have is Freddy, Ash, Michael, and Jason. Next to America Chavez and some Constructicons. And Demona from Gargoyles. Right over here, what you have is a VHS for Dream Warriors, NECA Eddie from Stranger Things, and a Freddy glove. Next to some Marvel Masterworks comics and Raphael. Alright, we're going to move this guy back out of the way over here. Then we're going to continue to right over here, where what we have by the door is some books and a Freddy's Nightmares mini poster from Gutter Garbs. Book collection, what you have here are some Marvel hardcovers with some Goosebumps and some movie books and scripts. On this shelf, what you have is Marvel books next to some Bruce Covell books that I used to love when I was learning to read in middle school, and a few more Goosebumps paperbacks. And right down there, what you have are the Alien collection books, and also a Tales from the Crypt collection. Hey, princess! Alright, what we have over here is a mini poster for The Gates of Hell. And a bigger poster for The Man with the Iron Fist. And my Barnes & Noble Classics collections with a few little figures, odds and ends. Okay. What we have over here is the Jurassic Park safari car with the Simpsons on the inside. Go! Next to Turbo Man! And the Hero Constructicons still in box. Alright. Oh. I don't want to forget this guy up here. This is one of my favorite figure pieces right here. That is a Brontosaurus from the Hammond Collection. And a Batgirl, Batwoman, I should say, figure. Statue. And over here, spending time with the Mosasaurus is Obi-Wan and Bartleby and Loki from Dogma. Okay. And that is Sludge from the Transformers with his retro figure. And there is a Loafing Onyx. Right over here, what we have is a few more DVDs, movies. Over here, we got 12 Angry Men, Silence of the Lambs, Firefly, Goodfellas, The Departed. And behind that is, behind the Daffy puppet from Trick or Treat Studios, is my Christopher Lee vampire collection. It's hard to see it, but those guys are in there. And that is a Batman Joker Funko. Next to some shoes and another Wanda from Endgame. Working our way over here, we have a Liz Fair poster. Right over here, what we have are my newer releases from 2024. Some of my favorites, also 2023 kind of mixed in there too. We also have my Umbrella releases. They're one of my favorite boutique labels, next to Kino Lorber, and some of my favorite Arrow collections. Next to the Seekers, Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Catra. And then also some box NECAs right there, which is Jason from Friday the 13th Part 2, Pennywise from the It 1990 movie, and Greta Gremlin from Gremlins 2. Almost forgot. I gotta go back over here real quick, because I didn't go far enough down over here for this guy. And I love this guy right here. This is also Thundercracker, Starscream, and Skywarp in bigger version. For Thundercracker and Skywarp, they're Combiner Wars next to RoboCop, telling you to say no to drugs. Okay, working my way back over here. Hope you guys are liking this. This is just an expression of who I am. And that's what I like about my home. My home is me. Oh, we almost forgot down here. My CWRPRODUCTIONS Mancave sign. Back over here, we have my poster for The Mutilator. Underrated 1980s film. Right over here, what we have is a Fog mini poster. Working our way up, what we have is Spider-Man Far From Home, No Way Home, Funkos, and a couple other boxed Funkos. And a few more pint glasses. Let's go ahead and get these guys in. You can kind of see the names. Okay. Working our way down, what we have is a USA ad for Ghostbusters from the Ghostbusters movie 1984. Few more Studio G mini pictures in frames. Camp Crystal Lake sign from Friday the 13th. An Aliens cast poster. That's one of two. You can get a little less glare that way. Next to some concert photos for concerts that I've been to, and Danielle and Sabrina. And a tool rental sign from my work. I work as a cashier at Home Depot. A few more pictures right here by my sink. And a couple more books right here. Hey, Princess. Hi. And that is a Halloween 2 fake ad right there for the day after the events of Halloween 2. That's a pretty nice little newspaper right there. What we have here is my mug collection. I do have mugs and some loose NECAs, Funkos. Right over here we have Beetlejuice and Jason. Next to my Dawn of the Dead, Batman 1966 movie, and Escape from New York. Those posters I keep grouped together because they have those little white borders that just make it fit really nicely with the fog. And also, Annabelle. Working our way down over here, we have my fridge with some flair. Hey, Electra. Okay. Down over here, we're going to work our way up and then down. So what we have is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mini poster. Right above here is my Studio Ghibli collection right there with a doll of Wednesday Addams, Jenna Ortega. Going down right over here. Some pictures from my 40th birthday at Buffalo Wild Wings and some friends of mine from work. Right over here, what you have is my Alfred Hitchcock films and Evil Dead franchise. Also with Bubba Hotep and the Frank Gorshin Riddler. Down here, Back to the Future collection. Back to the Future frame, shadow box frame from Hobby Lobby. No, Ross. That was from Ross. Working our way down over here, we have a Mohawk puppet from Trick or Treat Studios. Hanging in the cat tree. So right over here, what we have is Hoopa from Jaws, another fairy, the Millennium Falcon, and Thor, which works as a nice display right there. So what we have here are some of my favorite movies. I have them all grouped right over here in this section right here. So what you have is Jurassic World Dominion, Spider-Man No Way Home, beside Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Aliens Abyss, Guardians of the Galaxy, Superman, Martian, X-Men, Batman the movie from 1966, Dredd, Terminator, The Phantom. Next to some steelbooks for Batman, Alien Romulus, and also Last Action Hero. Right down here, a few more DVDs. This is my DVDs for Near Dark, which is a very hard movie to find in physical media, but I was able to get that guy. So it's in my collection until a newer release comes out. And we also have DVDs for My Name is Bruce, The Beast, Peter Benchley's The Beast, which debuted on TV. And then also a very well documentary series for Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Halloween. Beside some 80s horror Shout Factory releases. All grouped together right there. Right down over here we have some big books. Beside a mask of Curly from Goosebumps and Jason from Jason Goes to Hell. Right over here, what you have is Venom with the Sentinel from X-Men, an inbox blaster, movies. I put some movies in those little DVD cases right there. Oh, TV shows, I should say, because I'm not a fan of how they do box TV shows sometimes with the way the packaging is. It's just better having them in the cases, honestly, because I can just thumb through them whenever I want to get it instead of it just being into one spindle. I really don't like how they do that because I just feel it damages movies more, the more you leave them in there. And then we have a Tyrannosaur mask with a Christopher Reeve Superman and Adam West Batman NECA figure. Working our way back up here, we have a retro Headmasters. And then right over here, what you have is Pennywise, newer Pennywise, with Jeff Goldblum on the Ectomobile and the black-suited Spider-Man. Next to a supernatural vehicle and a big Funko for Raiders of the Lost Ark with that classic poster. Okay. Right over here, we have a Lock mask from Nightmare Before Christmas with a Poison Ivy wig, because why not? Next to my hat collection. Working our way up, we have a picture of the Collector from Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, which had its, what was it, 1995? It had its 30th birthday this year. And then right up here, we got bros. My bros. That's James, my buddy from high school, Ozzy and Panda, and James's cousin Nikki. Right up here, we have the franchise collection. So, you will see Jaws, The Warriors, Dawn of the Dead, Aliens, Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, Creepshow, Nightmare on Elm Street, Jurassic Park, and the Universal Monsters collection. I feel like I'm happier having these on the shelf the way they are, because they're not forgotten on a random shelf. They are on the wall, and I can get them at any time and just see them more prominently. We have a few Crypt Keepers right here, and a Crypt Keeper with Tom Hanks from the Tales from the Crypt show. And these are the Tales from the Crypt DVDs. Next to a DVD of Depeche Mode's The Exciter Tour concert, a Superman Funko, and also the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the first two Ghostbusters movies, beside Transformers the movie. Right over here you have RoboCop 2. That one was from Shout Factory. That's the newer art that they commissioned. Next to the more classic Demolition Man poster. That was from Arrow. Right over here you have Transformers the movie with They Live and Doctor Strange. Working our way up here, what we have is a card display from Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania when the Blu-ray came out. Another Walmart display that a buddy got for me. Below that is my Halloween 2 27 by 42 poster. And that is a Jurassic Park placemat from when McDonald's had the Jurassic Park cups from 1993 with a picture of said cups and the hat that they offered at that time. What we have over here are some lobby cards from Arrow releases and also the Super Mario Umbrella release and Demolition Man. Working my way up over here, we have the first Umbrella release that I got last year, which was Super Mario Brothers. Next to an in-box Daffy Mogwai. Okay, that is an art print for Shock Suspense Stories, issue number 17 for the episode, for the comic, which would become the Tales from the Crypt Season 2 episode four-sided triangle. I really like that art. That's a pretty awesome piece right there. Right over here, what you have is a VHS ad for Jason Lives, one of my favorite Friday the 13th. It's a mini ad, but I really like that look that they went with for that cover. Those are some Star Wars figures up there. Beside the engine Jeep from Lost World Jurassic Park. Michael and Lori. Pennywise. Right down here, what you have is an ad for Friday the 13th. Basically, it's a fake ad for Jason's discovery when he died. And they also kind of did it in the style of like a TV ad for Friday the 13th. Right over here is my Justice League Zack Snyder cut poster, mini poster. Deadpool Wolverine. We're going to come right over here to the side. What we have up here is a Jurassic Park 3D poster with a Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. Down here you have Die Hard with Nightmare on Elm Street mini posters. You have a ton of mini posters. I like the way mini posters look because you can get more on a shelf. Right over here, Terminator Classic and Halloween 4. Next to the Corpse Couple from Creepshow. And right over here on my washer dryer, we have a few more magnets with some classic 80s and on movie covers. And also the 3 seashells from Demolition Man sticker. Right up here, what you have is my washer dryer with some flair. I'm very happy with these guys right here. These are retro Freddy's Dead 3D glasses that I got from the guys Sean and Joe from Movie Dumpster. They had these that they were offering to their patrons, and I emailed them if I can have a pair that they can sign, which they happily obliged. Movie Dumpster is awesome. And that is Sabrina, Electra, Danielle, and Sonia. These ladies, they mean a lot to me, and I'm very thankful to have them in my life. Hey, Princessa. So that's my shower. That's Michael and Freddie. That's probably why I don't have a girlfriend. Okay, so right up there, what we have is some art prints for They Live, Alien, Captain Miss Marvel, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman. That came from Frankensons. Next to a few Transformer figures right there. That's Onslaught with Ironhide and Prowl. And also a Catwoman Q figure, Supergirl, and the Scarlet Witch, the classic version. Right over here, what you have is the They Live mini poster with Gremlins mini poster. Ash vs. Evil Dead poster right there. Some concert tickets up here next to Transformers. You're going to see a couple of shells of Transformers here in a bit. That is my to read pile right there. Fall of the House of Usher. That might be the next one that I grab for when I'm ready to grab another book. And those are some cleaning products right there. And Mr. T Funko. As I said, a few more Transformers right over here. Right over here. I feel like I finally got the little figures organized in a way that I'm happy with. I've also been trying to cut down a little bit on my figure collections. So I don't have as many as I've had in previous videos. And also, too, I'm getting more into like the sideshow figures, the higher end figures. And these are a few more Shout Factory releases right here. It's basically more of like the 90s, and also Child's Play and Day of the Dead, Return of the Deads. Michael Myers mask, Stinky from Casper, and also the Roger Corman collection from Shout Factory. Right over here, what you have is the Infinity War Avengers poster, 27 by 42, and also mini poster for Gremlins 2 the New Batch and RoboCop. Working our way into the bedroom, there's Christopher Reeve's Superman. One of my favorite horror movies from last year, Late Night with the Devil, and that came from the Umbrella release. That's why I like Umbrella. They know how to treat their customers well with extras. That is my Angela poster from Night of the Demons. That's a Shout Factory release version. And The Thing poster also from Shout Factory. And that's a Faculty poster, also Shout Factory. Next to my Captain Marvel jersey. And Starla. Inside there are going to be a lot of my shirts from boutique labels like Gutter Garbs, also Fright Rags as well too, and some Cavity colors in there. We'll work our way over here to the closet. What we have here are my posters that are not on my walls. So when I don't have them in my walls, I have them in these portfolios, which I get from an online company called Baroque Portfolios. They work really well when you don't have space to put every poster that you want. It's a nice way to kind of file them where they won't get damaged. What we have over here is a retro Raphael, another Mohawk. That is the medic trailer from Lost World Jurassic Park, and a few more Funkos. Ooh, almost forgot up here. I gotta scroll up right here. And that's the Bull T-Rex from Lost World Jurassic Park with a race car display that I got from a display they were taking down from Home Depot that was going to get thrown in the trash. It looks pretty cool right there, honestly. Okay, let's go over here. Another Flash display from when the Flash released on Blu-ray. When Super Mario, the movie, released on Blu-ray, those came from Walmart. And that is my Hunger Games poster from when I used to work, from when Hunger Games Catching Fire came out, and I used to work for the Regal Theaters. Below here we have my Bloody Kisses poster. Okay. That is my Dreadnoughtus figure. That is Hammond Collection from Jurassic World Dominion. Abyss poster. James Cameron is one of my favorite directors. He's right up there with John Carpenter and Alfred Hitchcock. Right over here, what you have is my Cassandra Clare Mortal Instrument books. I read the first book when the first movie came out in theaters, The Mortal Instruments. I gotta double back to that one. I remember I really enjoyed that first book. That is my Nemesis Prime Jada car, next to a Carnotaurus and a Jurassic Park Jeep. What we have over here,
I have a CGP The Damned Part 6, a TOTS Part 5, and a TOTS Part 4.
Is a classic Scarlet Witch next to Bubba Hotep, Shout Factory, Big Trouble Little China mini poster, Friday the 13th mini poster. I like how the whites kind of contrast each other on that one there. And then also an Evil Dead poster as well. Working down, what we have is a Rumble art card and Thundercracker and Skywarp as well, beside an art print for Captain Marvel and the Hobgoblin. And a couple of Spirit Halloween displays right here. Elm Street board with Michael Myers mask, Blood Tears, and Jason. And a Gizmo mask. Right over here, what we got is my other Aliens cast poster, Captain Marvel, and a Shazam poster from when Shazam released in Blu-ray. Working up, what we got right here is my Thanos, Christmas-themed Superman, Jack Burton, and Angela Gargoyle, beside Wonder Girl and Jubilee, Kotobiakus. There is the Phantom mini poster next to Spider-Man No Way Home, the more classic poster that I really enjoy that had all 3 Spider-Men on it. Right over here, what you have is another Shout Factory Night of the Creeps this time, and a Tales from the Crypt poster. Hey, Starla. Oh no, that's Princessa. Okay. Right up here, what we have is a Giganotosaurus with a Beast Wars Megatron, Retro Shrapnel, and Swindle. Working our way down over here, what we have is Captain America versus Iron Man, the real Ghostbusters, and some Ninja Turtles and Casey Jones. Working down. Parasaur, and another Carnosaur, and the retro Ninja Turtles.
Only a Ziploc freezer bag features our exclusive.
That is a vintage Tales from the Crypt cup from Not Scary Farm with the Crypt Keeper head. That is an Ant-Man mini poster with a Dido poster. That's my Quintesson with Jurassic Park Funko Velociraptor. Those are the gates of Jurassic Park. What we have over here is my Avril Lavigne album cover Funko, next to a Batman, Belle, and Tales from the Crypt figure. A retro Tales from the Crypt figure. So right over here you have Wolverine with Stripe from Gremlins playing Galaga, and Ant-Man next to the Impactor Autobot from Transformers, and Leonard Nimoy. Working our way up over here, what we have is Lobo with Tombstone and Hammerhead from the Spider-Man animated series. That is Retro He-Man and Retro Skeletor. Next to Daffy, Gremlin, and some G.I. Joes. And right over here, what we have is a collection of some of my favorite books. Next to Hannibal Lecter, NECA, Elvira, and Dante's Inferno, Beetlejuice. So these are some of my Nicholas Sparks, Stieg Larsson, The Time Traveler's Wife, a few little books here and there that I liked, and also Somewhere in Time by Richard Matheson. Working our way up right here, what we have, my reference book collection with Homer Shelby, Nightmare on Elm Street lobby cards from that Warner release of the 4K of Nightmare on Elm Street from last year. Next to an Avril Lavigne poster. I am a fan of Avril Lavigne, mainly because when I think of this album, I think of graduating from high school, because this came out that same year that I graduated from high school in 2002. So it's like, it reminds me of high school, and I really enjoy that about that. Right over here, lastly, we have Biff Tannen for Back to the Future with his gang and the Phantom. I hope you guys liked this little hour-long video. It's gonna pan up right here before we outro right here. It's Killer Clowns print with some mini posters of comics covers. Miss Marvel versus Moonstone. And the Alien Director's Cut poster. Alright guys, peace for now.